Jacksonville, welcome our Commander-in-Chief, President of the United States.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. How's it going, Jacksonville? Let me begin by thanking Secretary Mavis for the introduction, for your service, Ray. I know we've got a lot of naval aviators here, and Ray is a former surface warfare officer, but don't hold that against him. Don't hold that against him now, because Ray Mavis is doing an outstanding job as Secretary of the Navy. I also want to thank all your outstanding local leaders for welcoming me here today, Admiral Tim Alexander, your CO, Captain Jack Scorby, and your Command Master Chief, Jeff Hudson, to Chris Scorby and all the spouses who are with us. You hold our military families together. We honor you, and we are grateful to you. It is great to be here at one of America's finest Naval Air Stations. But we also have folks from Mayport and Kings Bay. And we have every service represented, Navy, Army, Air Force, Coast Guard, and United States Marines from Blount Island. Now, military communities like this one take care of their own, your people, your families. But keeping you strong also takes the civilian community beyond the gate. So we want to thank Mayor John Payton and all your great neighbors, the people of Jacksonville, for their incredible support. Give them a big round of applause. Keeping you strong also takes leaders in Congress, like those here today. Two great friends of yours, Representatives Ander Crenshaw and Corrine Brown, who are here. Give them a big round of applause right here. And a leader who fights for you as a member of the Armed Services Committee, Senator and Army veteran Bill Nelson, is in the House. Keeping you strong takes something else. A country that never forgets this simple truth. It's not the remarkable platforms that give the United States our military superiority, although you've got some pretty impressive aircraft here, I got to admit. It's not the sophisticated technologies that make us the most advanced in the world, although you do represent the future of naval aviation. No, we have the finest Navy and the finest military in the history of the world because we have the finest personnel in the world. You are the best trained, the best prepared, the best led force in history. Our people are our most precious resource. We're reminded of this again with today's helicopter crashes in Afghanistan. 14 Americans gave their lives, and our prayers are with these service members, their civilian colleagues, and the families who love them. And while no words can ease the ache in their hearts today, may they find some comfort in knowing this. Like all those who give their lives in service to America, they were doing their duty, and they were doing this nation proud. They were willing to risk their lives, in this case, to prevent Afghanistan from once again becoming a safe haven for al-Qaeda and its extremist allies. And today they gave their lives, that last full measure of devotion, to protect ours. Now it is our duty, as a nation, to keep their memory alive in our hearts and to carry on their work, to take care of their families, to keep our country safe, to stand up for the values we hold dear and the freedom they defended. That's what they dedicated their lives to, and that is what we must do as well. So I say to you and all who serve, of all the privileges I have as president, I have no greater honor than serving as your commander-in-chief. You inspire me, and I'm here today to deliver a simple message, a message of thanks to you and your families. Now, being here, you join a long, unbroken line of service at Jacksonville, from the naval aviators from World War II to Korea to Vietnam, among them a great patriot named John McCain. You embody that sailor's creed, the spirit of the Navy and all who have gone before. Honor, courage, commitment. In recent years, you've been tested like never before. We're a country of more than 300 million Americans, but less than 1% wears the uniform. And that 1%, you and those in uniform, bear the overwhelming burden of our security. After months of exercises in the Pacific and stopping narco-traffickers off South America, you, the Mad Foxes, joined the recovery of that Air France crash off Brazil. After hundreds of combat missions over Iraq and Afghanistan, when Somali pirates kidnapped Captain Richard Phillips, you, the Fighting Tigers, were first on the scene. And others among you, the Night Dippers, were part of the carrier group that brought our captain home. You've delivered medical care to people around the world, as my wife Michelle saw this summer when she welcomed back to port the Comfort, including those of you from Naval Hospital Jacksonville. And like thousands of sailors in today's Navy, you've gone ashore to meet the mission of our time, like the Desert Lions who served in Iraq. Today, we also send our thoughts and prayers to all the folks from Jacksonville on the front lines at this very moment. Pilots and air crews around the world, Navy corpsmen on the ground in Afghanistan, and those of you, the dusty dogs who will deploy next month to the Persian Gulf, you're going to make us proud.